everyone. Thanks again for joining me here on the Enhance Your Marriage tips. I hope you're getting a lot out of these, and I'm glad you came back to listen to some more. So today's tip is called keeping it to yourself. And what I mean by that is that, in businesses, we have non-disclosure agreements. Matter of fact, bigger businesses have bigger non-disclosure agreements. And what that means is if you disclose something to an outside person who does not work for the company, and matter of fact, sometimes different departments in the company, you actually can be held liable for that. You can be sued. Not only can you be fired, but you can be sued for lots and lots of money for divulging those secrets. So what I propose to you is that you also, in your marriage, need to have a non-disclosure agreement. That you don't just go and willy-nilly talk about your marriage issues or challenges with just anybody out there. One of the challenges especially is when it comes to parents or siblings, because you might have a big argument with your spouse and then go and tell that to your siblings or your parents. Oh, she did this and she's that, and I can't stand it when she does this, and complain to get some commiseration with somebody else, right? Because we all love to commiserate with each other. And then you resolve that issue with your spouse, and that's fine for you, but they still have this image over here, and that's not fair to your spouse. So I'll give you an example. Is that when Shannon and I were first married, we had a very frank conversation about how I just went to her basically and said, honey, I would really appreciate it if that no matter what's going on in our marriage, if we're having some issues, especially when it comes to our intimate life or anything like that, I would really like you not to discuss that with anyone. Matter of fact, I'd only like you to discuss it with me. Of course, if you're having major challenges that need counseling, that's one thing, but that's what counseling is for. If you need a shoulder to cry on because of something tragic that's happened in both of your lives, that's one thing. But to go and blab all of your dirty laundry or your husband's or your wife's dirty laundry to people who shouldn't know that, it's just not acceptable. So what I challenge you to do that if you're somebody who tends to talk a little too much to people that shouldn't be talked to, or divulge too much information to other people, especially in your family, you need to stop doing that right now. And make sure that you have that trust with your spouse, because that's exactly what it will do. It'll damage that trust that you have with each other. It works both ways. It's really not a good thing to have in your marriage. So I would challenge you to have a non-disclosure agreement in your marriage, to make sure that you keep it to yourself. Look, if you can't talk to your spouse about the issues you're having, first of all, you need to come to a business and marriage event, because that will teach you exactly how to do that. Second of all, if it's a real big issue, you need to get some professional help. You need to talk to somebody who is not involved at all. It is not fair to either one of you, actually, to have to disclose things like that to perfect strangers or people who shouldn't be involved in the situation. Does that make sense? Awesome. Great. I hope you have a great week. I hope that this helped out a little bit, and I look forward to seeing you on the next Enhance Your Marriage tip.